So, you think you can pick Super Rugby results better than me? Well, my friends, it is time for you to prove it. And there's only one way to decide who will be number one. And that will be on SuperBru.com, where I will be running 2 pools and 2 separate competitions for the upcoming Super Rugby season, which gets underway in just a couple of days' time. So I'm bringing this video to you guys, just a little short, quick one. I know it's rare for me to have a short video, but I want you all to be joining my pool. I want you all to be playing, and I want you all to lose as well. So here's the deal. There's 2 competitions going on here. There is a fantasy team and, of course, just a simple picks as option number 2. So you are more than welcome to join them both. You just go to the website like you see here on screen right now, and you have to sign up, of course, if you're not already signed up. But once you've done that, it's very simple. You just find Super Rugby, which is up here under Rugby, and then from there you can join the Super Rugby Predictor, or you can join the Super Rugby Fantasy, which is over there under Fantasy Games. Of course, since I've already joined them, it's already there for me already. But simple enough, Rugby, and find the competition you want to join. You sign up to it, and then from then on, you can join the pool. What do you need to know to join the pool? Let's have a look. Okay, so using the fantasy team first as an example, all you need to do is go to the top of your screen where it says pools. Click on that and you can search for new ones. My one will be called Cornflakes Crib. You can join me there. All you need to find this pool, either the name, which is Cornflakes Crib of course, or you can use this code down the bottom, hulkdual, to join the pool. Already we have 9 people in the pool, which has only started a day or 2 ago. So get involved, get in there, and prove you are the best amongst all us watching and joining in with the channel as well. So many of you may be thinking, you know what picks are, that's pretty simple. What is fantasy team rugby? Well, let's have a little look at an example that my team will look like just before kickoff. Okay, so it's pretty simple. You have a squad of 23 players, and you have to pretty much fill it with the players you think are going to perform the best. It's pretty simple. Some have wage budgets. This one, though, is just capped at the amount of players you can have from one team. So I'm pretty sure it's a limit of 4 players from each side maximum. So that means you cannot have 5 Crusaders, you can't have 5 Lions players or 5 Brumbies, whatever it may be that your team of choice is. You have to have a maximum of 4, and you can have a minimum of 0. If you don't like a team like the Kings, you cannot have any Kings players whatsoever. So it's pretty easy. You start off and you can see here straight away the teams and the players in the team. So you make your team out of anyone in the world playing in those positions. So you pick 3 props. Obviously you start 2, and the one on the reserves bench doesn't actually collect points for his performance. So you pick 3 locks, 2 hookers of course, there'll be 4 flankers, a couple of scrum halves, couple of fly halves, 3 centres, and it will be 4 outside backs. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Make the team up how you want them to go, and that is who you are playing with this weekend. You of course get so many transfers per round at a maximum of throughout the whole tournament, and of course you get points on how your team performs. We'll have a look at that points, how they're accumulated in just a second, but for my team, what are we going with straight away is Kepu, Coles and Slipper. They're my front row. We've got Itzabeth and Retallick in the second row. Savea, Creel and then Higginbotham at number 8. We have Aaron Smith at scrum half. Barrett at 10 fly half. Our centres are going to be Dealande and Kurandrani, Naholo and Ryan Combrink on the wings, with James Lowe from the Chiefs at fullback. That's what I'm going with. On the bench I have a few players who are possibly not playing at the moment. They're just in the bench just for when they do come good. I'm talking Sonny Bill Williams for one. We've got Sergio Peterson, Bernard Foley, Fuck de Klerk, Sean McMahon, Lud de Jager, Augustine Cleve and Romulo Herrera on there as well. So in between rounds you can swap those guys in as much as you like as well to build up your team. You also get a little option at the bottom here. You can earn double points for your captain. If your captain doesn't play, a vice captain obviously gets those double points instead. The kicker will get your kicking points. Bit of a shame I have to use Beauden Barrett for that one because he's not the greatest kicker at all. And then, of course, a backup kicker if he doesn't play, which would be Brendan Foley, of course, in that team. So that's it. Simple. If that sounds like your sort of thing, get involved now. How do points get accumulated? Let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so she's a pretty complex kind of thing here, which is great because normally with these sorts of things, you score tries, you score points. That's a basic way of how they work, but this is a lot more in depth, and as it says here in the explanation at the top, it rewards players according to their real life performance, good and bad. So penalised for yellow cards, but you also get points for scoring tries or penalties, whatever, if they're your kicker. So there's a lot of different things that can accumulate you points. Obviously, starting the match gets you points straight away. Coming on as a substitute gets you 1 as well. If your team wins or loses, they don't get any points for losing, obviously, but a win or a draw will get you 2 or 1 points. Obviously, scoring gets you points for your player as well. Scoring the try will get you 5. If your kicker scores kicks, then the conversions are worth 2 and penalties are worth 3, just like in a real match as well. Missed penalty kick, minus 0.5. Makes me rethink Beauden Barrett a little, just a little bit. Drop goals by any player will pick you up 3. Now, of course, the backs score all the tries, but it is the forwards who obviously don't get the reward they deserve in these matches like this with fantasy teams because they don't score as many tries normally. But there is a special little area here for just the forwards, and if they win 100% of their own scrums, 2 points to each forward. So, you know, you could score a lot of points for having a good scrummaging unit. Scrums won on opponent's put-in gets you 1 point per forward. So if you have 4 players from the Bulls and they win all their scrums and turn over a couple of their opponents, you know, that is a lot of points straight away that those guys could pick up. Forwards win 90% of their own lineouts, that is 2 points per forward. And if the forwards win 20% of their opponent's lineouts, that is 1 point to each forward. So hugely important as well, the forwards make that work happen at set piece time. Now, not only that, the forwards obviously have a big piece of play when it comes to just defense as well. So tackles, 1 point per 5 tackles made. You know, there's a lot of guys out there. I'm talking about the just newly retired Tecklenburg. How many points would have he got last season? The amount of tackles that monster made. Ball carries, so we get half a point per 5 meters carried. 1 point for every 2 clean line breaks. And if we beat the defender, that is 1 point for every 2 beaten defenders that player makes. So I'm talking, you know, you want silky players like Waisaki Naholo, like we have on the team here of my own. Line breaks, that's his game, that's where he'll get points. Missing a tackle though, don't forget, it is all plus points, but it's very easy to lose them as well. If you miss a tackle or your player misses a tackle, any of your players, per tackle, that is half a point that you lose. And if you concede a penalty, that is straight up minus 1 point. That is huge, that is big. Player stealing the ball at the line out is 1 point per steal, and the reason that any one of Jaguars players in their team last year probably didn't win is a yellow card is worth minus 4 and a red minus 8. That is a huge amount of deducted points there if you get a yellow or red card. But that is it. Simple stuff. Pick your team, make your changes. If they're injured, you can sub them out, you can transfer them away, and you can make all the changes you like as the game goes round after round after round each weekend. So that's simple enough. If you didn't understand, get involved, join the pool, and I'll see you out there in round number 1. Of course, there is the genuine and just normal picks, which we'll have a quick look at now before we wrap up. Alright, so this one is just simply called Super Rugby Predictor. It is just picking the winning team and the margin, of course, so it's pretty basic, pretty simple. It's not going to take up too much of your time like the fantasy team could, so if you just want to join the quick one, just to be involved, by all means, just join the one. You can do that easily enough as well. So all you do, quickly and easily, pick here and pick the margin. You think the Rebels are going to win by 120 points? Done. That's all you have to do. Of course, I'm not going to lock that pick or save it because that is just ridiculous. Whatever you like, the options are there. I think that's what I might be going, something along those lines for that matchup, but it's easy. That's what you do each week. Go through, make your picks, and then see your results at the end of the weekend. And of course, just like the other fantasy team game, this one is a similar pool, exactly the same, except there's a different code if you want to look for it. Again, Cornflakes Crib is the name of the pool, but newtsign will also find you the pool. We've already got 11 people involved in this one already, so get involved. Get your team in there, or your picks in there, whatever it is you want to play. Feel free to join one or join both. Make it a nice big competition, and who knows, there may even be some sneaky prizes in there for some winners at the end of the competition. But just keep posted on how we go. You've got nothing to lose, so get in there and get involved and see how your picks go versus mine if you think you're that good at it. Bring it on, take me on at Super Rugby picks and fantasy teams. Until we meet on the field, with it is the pool of Cornflakes Crib. Get involved on SuperBru.com, and I'll see you around next time. Until then, enjoy your rugby. Hope Super Rugby opening round goes great, and I'll see you next time. Until then, you know the story. Take care.